She was thanking God for not investing into the coastal road because if you have done that, she would have lost a lot of money. So she said she has to pray. Into real estate, you have to pray. God has to speak to you to take a decision. But if you go to Dubai, you don't need to pray. So when it comes to operating systems, can you fully do operating in Nigeria? I mean, as a Christian, I'm just saying, or do you have to bend some rules? Because Pastor talking about operating, these are things are done. But in Nigeria, can you do that? That's my question.
My family lives in England. I attend the church in England. We have never, ever prayed for electricity. Never. My pastor never talks about diesel like Pastor Francis. So it is true that where you are determines the way you react. Yes. Yeah. I have an uncle. He is a very, very strict man. He's married to a Ghanaian. And one day he was going to Ghana. And when he got to Semeboda, they delayed him for about 6 hours because he won't give bribe. So after the 6th hour, he took off his shoes and placed it at the foot of the man delaying him. Said, "I'm walking back to Lagos." And he turned and he started going towards Lagos. And after about 20 steps, he came back. He put his hand in his pocket and brought out his card. He said, "This is my card. Your grandmother may need it." And all the people there, the women went on their knees. The men went prostrate, saying, "Sorry, Baba. Ko gbo Yoruba, ki se Yoruba. Ko magbalagba ni. Ejo, please, Baba, please." And after they stamped his passport and he said, "Well, I can't go to Ghana tonight anymore." So he crossed over to Benin Republic, passed the night, and then continued his journey up to Ghana. And when he told me the story, I said to him, "I think you are a bit too hard on yourself." He said, "Why?" I said, "They did not ask you to pay them to get what you do not deserve. They were not asking you to bribe them to do what you do not deserve. They were extorting you. If it had been an armed robber, you would quickly give them the money." So that was extortion. If it was, "Give me this money, I will not give you the inoculation, you can go," that's a different thing. That's a different thing. I hope I'm making sense. Yeah. So, when we deal with these versions of operating systems, we should be very careful to assess our circumstances at each time and make sure that we are not putting ourselves in unnecessary jeopardy. Now, what I'm talking about is not what we Christians usually say, apply wisdom. Because that is a totally different thing. That's doing what is wrong and trying to justify it. I'm talking about situations in which somebody is just being unnecessarily difficult, stubborn, and depending on your disposition, just get him out of the way. I think I took a lot from my uncle, so I do behave like he behaves sometimes, but I've never been so clever to give somebody a card. He didn't say your mother will, say your grandmother. Your grandmother might need it. And that just said something on so we have been unfair to a very old man because he's saying, look, that is the person with whom I'm at par. Maybe when you start seeing the repercussions of what you are doing. It's not your mother that will come and it's your grandmother. So take my card. Your grandmother may need it. Now, I have dealt with the easier, well, not really easier part of, but the part of the question that is more easily dealt with. There are situations in which people just erect barriers in your way because both of you are operating under different operating systems. A person who is just is not interested in doing things the way they are supposed to be done. And all he wants is for you to, and Pastor knows about this. Some years ago, my wife was ill and I was rushing to go to the UK. And I went online and filled the passport renewal form. And I thought I did everything. They gave me an appointment. I went past the night in Oshogbo because there was no space here in Ibadan. I registered in Oshogbo, passed the night, woke up very early in the morning, about 5 a.m., went to the passport office. I got there about 5:30. I was number 600 and something. And I was on the queue, moving, and those were the days that I was still going with a walking stick. So one kind immigration officer said, Baba, come here.